Stuyvesant High School announced that out of 777 scholarships it will offer next year, DICA, only 3 will go to black students, and another 21 to Hispanic applicants. That's a tiny fraction of New York City's public student body, where black and Hispanic students make up about 62%. Yet at the city's elite specialized high schools, only about 10% of the new freshman class will be black or Hispanic, with roughly 80% of the seats going to Asian and white students. These specialized schools, like Stuyvesant, Bronx Science, and Harriman High, are seen by many as a springboard out of poverty, a pathway to top colleges, and ultimately, a promise of a brighter future. Their admission process is baked into one 114-question exam, the specialized high school admissions test, which lasts 3 hours and tests math, English, and problem-solving under time constraints. Many students and parents spend years preparing for it, often with coaching and practice companies that promise to shape future leaders. The reveal of Stuyvesant numbers sparks a familiar debate. One day, Toby critics or Jim Crow musicians say autumny. City officials have not lost sight of the gap. Mayor Zoran Mamdani, a Bronx Science graduate himself, once called for the exam to be cancelled. He fell back on his campaign and softened his position, speaking of the issue as a struggle rather than a stated agenda. Former Mayor Bill de Blasio called the process a monumental injustice, while the current mayor, Eric Adams, labeled it a Jim Crow school system. Only about 5% of the city's high school students attend a specialized school, so their composition is far from representative of the whole system. The most recent Department of Education release says that only 10% of offers to Bronx Science went to black or Hispanic umfings. One black student secured a spot at Staten Island Technical High School, the only one for the whole city, but the overall picture remains stark. The city administration says it is reviewing these results carefully. Amid calls for equity and the scrutiny that has followed the test's single-day high-stakes format for decades, the story reopens the conversation. Does a standardized exam effectively gauge raw intellectual talent, or does it perpetuate racially unequal outcomes? The debate is ongoing, with families, educators, and leaders seeking reforms that might better reflect the abilities and aspirations of all students. In an era where public institutions are being held accountable to each other's decisions, the numbers speak plainly. The opening that should lead to opportunity is being flanked by a narrow corridor for black and Hispanic students. And still, that corridor rarely feels like a haven but a gate that often seems wrongfully closed. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.